All right, Nick, let's talk about the New England Patriots. I think they've made two specifically really great signings already in free agency. They're actually strike me as total Patriot signings, guys that are really versatile and really come into this team and just going to add a lot very early on. Let's get on into the articles and then we can talk more about what this means on the other side. First up is from Patriots Maven. And these both are from Patriots Maven. The first one is New England Patriots announced today they have signed free agent tackle Chuks Okorafor. Terms of the contract were not announced yet, but Okorafor, 26, is a veteran of 6 NFL seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers after originally joining the team as a third-round draft pick in the 2018 draft out of Western Michigan. This is a big pickup for the offensive line. But secondly, and most notably, I would say the New England Patriots have helped to bolster their running game's third down prowess by agreeing to terms with former Washington Commanders running back Antonio Gibson. Gibson is a 4-year NFL veteran and has multifaceted skill set, which should allow him to become a rapid yet comfortable fit with the Patriots. Throughout his tenure in Washington, he amassed 2,600 yards on 642 attempts with 22 touchdowns. However, the Memphis product has been proven to be effective as a backfield receiver as well. He caught 172 passes for the Commanders, accumulating 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns as well. Nick, I think these are both really great signings for the Patriots, but Gibson really just seems like a guy that fits the Patriots style of football. I'm curious what your thoughts are, but Patriots fans, in the comments section below, let us know, what do you grade these signings so far? I know it's early on. There could be more moves. We got to address the quarterback position as well, but so far, what do you grade these two signings by new head coach Sherrod Mayo and this new staff? Let us know in the comments section below. But Nick, what are your thoughts on these moves by the Patriots?
Yeah, so I think the Okafor signing is a solid signing, if not unspectacular. Good, solid depth piece on the offensive line. But I want to focus on Gibson here. I think he is one of the more underrated players in the National Football League. And I'm not being hyperbolic there. I truly believe it. This is a guy that was literally put in the worst position imaginable with Washington. Their offense has been anemic. I know the Patriots are like, your offense had a lot of issues this past season. That's basically been Washington the past 4 years. Terrible offensive line. Horrific coaching. Only one really good receiver in Terry McLaurin. They do a good job drafting, but terrible development, terrible strategy, volatility at the quarterback position. It's been like that for day one for Antonio Gibson. And all he continues to do is grind hard, put up the yards, put up the scores, catch the ball in the backfield, run hard, physical guy, ability to pop big plays when the moments are there as well. He's a guy that, look, I know Stevenson a couple of years ago was really good. I know a lot of people like Ezekiel Elliott. He's a hard runner as well. Gibson, to me, is better than both of those guys. He is that good of a player. I think he's that underrated. I think he has a chance to be a really special kind of guy for New England. And now, look, I'm not saying he's going to lead the league in rushing. I'm not saying he's a Pro Bowler. I'm just saying as an offensive weapon, he's going to be a valuable tool for this Patriots offense going forward. And the most important part of it is it's on a scary cheap deal. According to Mike Rice, this is a 3-year deal with $11.25 million base salary, with a maximum value, if you include incentives, which would obviously a good thing, would be $17 million, right? That is very cheap for a young running back. We're seeing a lot of other teams pay about $8 million per year minimum for running backs. And Gibson, for example, Tony Pollard got a similar kind of deal like that. I think Gibson is better right now. He's younger. He's healthier than a Tony Pollard. Pollard got $8 million a year. Gibson, about 5, a little more than 5, close to 6, actually. So again, I think the Patriots got an underrated player at a big discount. I think this is a sneaky good move by New England. It doesn't make the headlines. Everyone wants to talk about Saquon Barkley and the $12 million annual deal he got. And look, all the power to him. But this is a really good move by the Patriots. I think Gibson has a chance to have a really positive impact on this offense over these next 3 seasons.
Yeah, Nick, and this signing reminds me, like I said, such a Patriot signing. It reminds me of that Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, Dion Lewis, James White type of player. A guy who's a great runner, but also is sneaky good at receiver. You remember Dion Lewis and James White, most notably. Those guys could catch the ball out of the backfield and really just turn up the offense. Danny Woodhead, most notably, was known for that as well in his time around the league, specifically with the Chargers. But I think this guy, like you said, he's so undervalued because he brings so much to the table. Some people say, okay, he's a pretty good rusher, but he's also a pretty good pass catcher. He's great in space. You just don't get to see all of those things at one time, and especially, like you said, on a team like the Commanders. They really underutilized this guy. It was just a bad fit for him. And I think coming to the Patriots, a team that most notably has a history of really utilizing these guys to the best of their ability, this is going to be a great fit for both parties involved. I think this is a
Well,
huge, yeah. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, I think for me, when you look at what really hurt the Patriots, obviously the quarterback position and the issues they had last season, I think that'll be addressed when they pick either Drake Manuel to Drake May or Jane Daniels, kind of combine them into one player there. I think one of the things that really hurt New England is that it was so hard for their offense just to stay out of those long yardage situations, right? Everything was so hard just to get to 2nd and 7. Gibson's a guy, hard runner, catching out of the backfield. Everything with him is productive. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. He is an instant 2nd and 4. He's an instant converting a 3rd and 3. Those are the kind of plays that could really flip the game. If you go back to those running backs that you mentioned for the Patriots, that's what they were awesome at. Brady checking into James White to convert a 3rd and 3, or checking into Kevin Falk to get 6 yards to start a 2-minute drill going. That was really the stuff that got the offense flowing, building a rhythm. The Patriots have really struggled with that over the past couple seasons. I think Gibson is the perfect remedy to that, especially when you're going to have a young guy come in who's going to have to really rely on those checkdowns.
Yeah, that's a great point because if you think about it, the Patriots haven't had a good dump off guy in a long time now.
Yeah.
I think ever since the Mac Jones era, they haven't had that guy where you felt good of, all right, we're going to dump it off, check down here really quick out of the backfield. And then you're like, okay, anything can happen at this point. This guy's got the ball in his hands. We feel good about that. Haven't had that in quite some time. I think they have it now, like you said, in a guy like Antonio Gibson. Very underrated. I'm excited to see what this offense can do going forward.